They have all this information readily available to so many across the planet. Tons of information and zero knowledge. Wow. Yeah, parties that walk around with massive amounts of uh, alleged wealth and riches. And they're as dumb as a post. They're as stupid as they sound. And they are basically worshipped by the voluntary brain dead. Parties that insist on trading away their own individual and collective power deserve whatever they get. And those that think there's such thing as quote unquote politics deserve what they get too. There are only agendas. And those that have the agendas tend to be the ones that are manipulating those who are the voluntary brain dead. The voluntary brain dead hate you when you present to them information that will make sure that they don't remain brain dead. You present viable information to them to investigate on their own, and they become angry. I got time for that. They'll make time to watch the fight, to watch the game, to get on the game. They'd rather play on the video game than deal with their lady. And then you have the women out of their minds. If you see women going away for what they call vacations, all females, some of them are down low. Get a little Henny in them, and down low comes out. At least one of them. It's bad out there. Folks make very bad choices. All the information available, and they're still making very bad choices. So you can give these folks any narrative that you want, any agenda that you want, because they're mentally lazy. They will latch on to the simplest thing, no matter how incorrect it is, no matter how detrimental it is. It's easy. They like easy. So you can take away rights and protections from them in their face. You can play in their face all day. They won't challenge you. They'll only challenge those that bring them information to free themselves. That's how bad, that's how down bad they really are. Even those that allege themselves to be conscious and awake, for them it's a different battle entirely. Generally, it's the battle of the egos, the arrogance, and the selfishness. In the era of social media, where parties want to find themselves to be important with clicks and likes, that's all it takes to stroke them egos. To be popular on social media. Empty calories. Popular on social media, they change nothing about the status quo overall for the melanated heterosexual. Nothing. I know this. I'm important. Ask them a simple question. What exactly do you build that's unencumbered, independent of the colonizers and hostiles, for the greater good? How many lives have you saved? How many lives do you save? On how many continents? You get blank stares and silence in response. But they're important. They know stuff. That's how down bad so many of our kith and kindred are. Beijing and Moscow know there's limited information across the mother continent. And so they propagandize everything. And our kith and kindred who lack access to information have swallowed whole the propaganda from Beijing and Moscow. The neo-colonizer and the debt trapper. Same thing. Moscow, folks go against their own interests because the only ones that will, quote unquote, sell weapons to anyone on the mother continent is Moscow. You're buying all these weapons, who are you going to use them against? They use them to stay in power. Seriously? This is how down bad so many of our kith and kindred are. Easily manipulated on both sides of the ocean. Trinkets and toys on this side of the ocean, lack of access to information on the other side. Either way, there are consequences. So we come through and shut all that nonsense down on both sides of the ocean, just being who we are, living who we say we are. The example that none of that crap on either side of the ocean is necessary, and you don't have to participate in that. So those that choose to willfully decide to do that. They're grown. We're grown. They make their own decisions, and we make ours. They volunteered to be brain dead. We do not. They choose to be the puppets of Londinium, Paris, Brussels, quote unquote DC, the Vatican, Moscow, Beijing. We provide them the means to not do any of that. We cannot compel them to use the option. We cannot make them see. We just be available. And if it comes into season in their life, we don't have to hunt them down. They'll come looking for us. If they earned their way in here, if they train and pull their weight, we'll let them stay.